Hello, Year 9, and hello, parents. This is such an important decision that you're about to make, and it has an impact and will have an impact on the rest of your lives. So you need to think really carefully about it. Obviously, our job is to help you become cleverer and kinder every day, and it's really important that we help you develop your interests and talents. Your future essentially is starting here, because this is where you get to decide what the GCSEs will be and then what your progression will look like, where you move on to sixth form, A levels, vocational qualifications, and then university in your career. It's so important that you get it right. And clearly our values are designed to help you make the right choices. You've got to have that self-discipline. You've got to manage yourself, your emotions. You've got to be organized. You've got to stick at it and demonstrate endeavour, because with those two things you will secure excellence. But I want you to imagine in 10 years' time whether or not you will regret any decisions that you've made to this point, or any of the decisions you're about to make. You need to make the right decisions about the subjects, and you need to make the right decisions about how you approach your learning so you get the strongest set of qualifications. Because the truth is, GCSEs, they're really rather like a permanent mark. They're like a tattoo. You can't get rid of them unless, of course, you want to retake them. But that requires a huge amount of effort on your part, and you'd have to study it all again. But the truth is, if you don't get a good pass, a 4 in English language, literature, or maths, you will have to retake it by law. So it's even more important that you get those life-changing grades in those important qualifications. But the truth, make these decisions now. Make these decisions about what you study. Make these decisions about how you study. Do you want a 9, or do you want a 1, or worse, ungraded? It really is down to you, and it's all about the amount of work that you put in. Because in one Thursday in August in the future, when you open those GCSE results, I wonder how you'll feel. Will you be like these students, jumping for joy? Or will you be like these students who are actually too embarrassed to open the envelope in front of their peers? They have to go home and open it in front of their parents. We all want you to jump for joy, but you have to make the right decisions. And we know that endeavour through the years actually means you're more likely to live a happy and fulfilled life. Because the longer you stay in education, the more qualifications you accrue, the higher the average wage that you secure. And that's what this data suggests. You leave with no qualifications, you're likely to be the lowest earner. You leave with GCSEs grade 9 to 4, but no further qualifications, your wage will improve. A levels, it'll improve further. Higher education, further still. An actual university degree, you are likely to get the highest average wage. That's why education matters. It is the most powerful tool available to you to change your own lives. If endeavour equals good grades, it means therefore you've got to come to school every day. You can't leave a lesson without achieving an objective. You have to complete your homework. You must ask questions if you don't understand. You've got to avoid getting negatives or concerns for behaviour. And you've got to spend 1.5 hours plus a night on independent revision and homework. You've got to be organised, and you've got to make the best decisions so that you get lots of merits and very few sanctions. We're going to be as clear as we possibly can about our expectations so that you know what you should do and what you should not. We're in the business of building a great school here so that you can flourish and have a great education.
Hi, my name is Mr. McEwen. I am going to be taking you through our options process in this part of our information evening. First of all, thank you to Mr. Dainty for his words. Please bear those in mind when you are choosing your options this year. Key Stage 4 is an extremely important period of time for our students and will shape their lives for many years. Students will study what we call Level 1 and Level 2 courses. Level 1 is equal to a grade 1 to 3 at GCSE, and Level 2 is equal to a grade 4 to 9 at GCSE. If students achieve a grade 4 in English and Maths, they can move on to the next level of courses and therefore have more options open to them. If students don't achieve that grade 4 in English and Maths, then they will have to retake GCSE English and or Maths and usually spend 3 years at college. Therefore, Year 10 and 11 are an important part of shaping our students' future. It's not just the end of Year 11 where this is going to count, but also the end of Year 10. Our end of Year 10 exam results for students will be the results that get sent to colleges at the start of Year 11, which is when they need to make their applications. So therefore, it's important our students start Year 10 well and produce excellent results all through the course. So, our key dates in the options process. This evening, we are completing our information evening, and we have the recorded information sessions online. There are also the head of department question answer sessions on MS Teams, and you'll find the letter at the bottom of the web page. Over the past couple of weeks, our Year 9 students have been given a lot of information about their potential option choices. We started last week on Tuesday with an introduction assembly, very similar to the information that you're receiving tonight, setting out the process and what our students will have to do. Since then, our students have received option subject assemblies from all of their potential option choices each morning from last Wednesday until this morning. Those videos are available to view on our options webpage. After this evening, the next important step in the process is Monday the 19th of April. You will be sent information at the beginning of next week, giving you an appointment time where we will meet with students and parents, and at that interview, our students make their option choices. So, what will our Key Stage 4 curriculum look like? There are 4 subjects that are called core subjects. These core subjects are compulsory and will be studied by all students in Key Stage 4. They are English language, English literature, mathematics and science, and that could be the combined science or triple science route. These are the most important subjects that students will study. English and maths are key, as I said previously, to progress to the next level of courses. Science is the key to greater understanding of the world and is vital for progression to certain careers. If students want to go on to study science after their time at EGA, it is important that they work hard and achieve great results so that they may end up in the triple science group, which is as students will study 3 sciences instead of a 2 GCSE course in the same amount of time. We need to know that we are putting students into that group who can cope with the rigorous demands of the course. So, our students have our 4 core subjects. Then, there are the option choices. The first choice is a choice between geography or history. It is important that our students study 1 humanities subject. So students will be asked first of all to choose between geography or history. Then, there are 3 other choices that our students have to make, and they may pick out of these list of subjects. There are a few subject combinations that aren't possible for students to study. I'll cover those in the next part of the invitation. The Prince's Trust course is a course that will be by invitation only to support students in the progression to the next level of courses. You will also be asked to choose 2 backup subjects, as well as your 4 main option choices. You'll be asked to put them in preference order of what you would like to do, and then we will try and create the option blocks so that as many of our students as possible have their 4 first choices. It will usually be around 98 to 99% of students who will get their choices. If this is not possible, we would always come back and speak to students before allocating them another course. So when choosing options, you must choose geography or history. You can choose both history and geography as an option. So out of the first 2, geography or history, you pick your main choice, and then you can also choose the other one as well. Now, studying a language as well as history or geography does provide a solid foundation for future academic success in both further and higher education. And speaking a foreign language is widely seen by employers as a vital skill. So therefore, we would recommend that students study history or geography as well as the language. There is the opportunity for students to study a language that you may speak at home, and that is covered in the MFL presentation. You can choose either Music BTEC or Music GCSE, but you cannot do both of those subjects. Similarly with PE, you can choose either vocational or GCSE PE, but you cannot do both of them. So, I've laid out the choices that are on offer to our students. How then do our students decide what they should do? First thing to think, over lockdown, although it was difficult for many of us, we did set a number of progress quizzes. Think about how students did in those progress quizzes. Do you enjoy the subjects that you want to study at Key Stage 4? It's really, really important that our students pick subjects that they enjoy. This will help with their motivation and also then help to manage their workload. There are a number of subjects with what we call non-examined assessment, previously known as coursework. And it can be quite difficult to manage the amount of work in the attendance level. But choosing subjects you enjoy is likely to increase your motivation and help you cope with that workload. Think about whether those subjects fit with your talents and abilities. PE requires a practical element that you will be assessed on. Music, again, requires a practical element that you will be assessed on, as well as many other subjects. Are those your talents and abilities? Think about what you might want to study after Key Stage 4. As I outlined before, maths and English are key to progress to further courses at level 3, the next level of study. Science is key if you want to go and study single sciences at A level. Many colleges, though, are simply looking for students with a wide range of abilities, both academic in terms of your predicted grades from the end of year 10, and also seeing that you have contributed to further school life and extracurricular activities. Do you need to study specific subjects at GCSE to be able to study them? There are a number of subjects in our option choices, such as business, for example, that are only offered at a smaller number of schools. There is no need to do business at GCSE to then do business at level 3. The only place, as I said before, maths and English, a grade 4 at least is key to progress, and science and being in the triple science group is key to being able to study single sciences after you leave EGA. We'd always recommend that you do not choose subjects because you like the teacher. Your teacher may change throughout the course, so it's best to choose a subject that you are good at or enjoy. Should you choose subjects because your friends want to do it? Again, we wouldn't recommend this. You may end up choosing a subject that you don't have any interest in, and there is no guarantee that you will be in the same class as your friends. Again, choose your subjects because they are things that you are good at and you enjoy them. At EGA, we will provide you with plenty of support. Your tutors have been there with you throughout the options assembly process. They know the process and they will be able to help and advise you on what you are good at and what you should do. Mr. Beckford, your Director of Learning, has also been present throughout the process, and he will also have a wider view of your skills and abilities in different subjects. Your subject teachers or heads of department. If you are still unsure, please ensure you talk to these people before the end of school on Wednesday. The senior leadership team, again, have been part of the process. They can help and advise you on what you might be best at. Our character curriculum has supported you to make the best choices. Miss Hall, our careers officer, she will be available from 5 till 6:30 this evening through a Teams meeting if you want to discuss potential careers and what subjects you may need to do, or even potential colleges and the grades that are required to get into those colleges. As I said, you will receive information at the beginning of next week regarding your one-to-one interview with either a member of the SLT or the Year 9 team, and these will take place on Monday the 19th of April. Those interviews will be where you make your choices. We will then go away and look at your choices and check that we think that you've made the best choices for you. The options will be decided at that interview, so make sure you come prepared with the choices that you want, that you've attended the options, you've watched the videos again, read through the options booklet. I'd like to thank you very much for listening and hope and wish you all the best of luck in choosing your option choices and your time at EGA in year 10 and 11. Thank you very much.